Hey guys, Spirit of the Law here. I just want to make a quick explainer video about a bit of an overhaul to how AoE2 is being packaged going forward, and what that might mean for you, including a few new unexpected DLCs unlocked for you the next time you open the game. We'll talk about why you may be getting those for free, as well as the arguable downside that this creates for AoE2's future growth. First off, with the release of Battle for Greece today, AoE2 Definitive Edition now officially has 7 different DLCs, not including the HD ones, which is getting to be quite a few. So maybe partly for that reason, the devs are overhauling what's considered now the base game of AoE2 to now include Dawn of the Dukes, Lords of the West, and Dynasties of India. Simply by owning AoE2 Definitive Edition, you now get those automatically if you hadn't bought them already. Existing owners don't get a refund or anything like that, it's just now that everyone has those as of a few hours ago. There's a page I'll link below explaining how to download them if you don't have them already and they aren't added automatically, but it's pretty simple. On Steam, for example, you just go into your game properties and make sure you have them checked. Likewise, you can uncheck them if you like playing with an older, more restricted set of civs to play random civ, for instance. What's not given for free is Mountain Royals, which includes Georgians and Armenians, Return of Rome, and the single-player DLCs, namely Victors and Vanquished, as well as the new Battle for Greece. Now, this sort of bundling has already kind of been done before, where Definitive Edition included the previous Forgotten African Kingdoms and Rise of the Rajas DLCs by default. And now this extends that idea, with the base game now including every DLC up until April 2022 bundled in there by default. The catch is that for anyone moving forward who wants to buy AoE2 Definitive Edition for the first time, the price has gone up from $20 to $35, since it now includes all that new content automatically. That's admittedly a substantial bump, though is technically giving those 3 DLCs for a little over a 50% discount if you do the math. The net effect of everything is anyone with those 3 DLCs is unaffected, anyone missing at least one of those 3 DLCs gets them for free, while anyone buying the game in the future is covertly forced to buy those 3 DLCs, albeit at a discount as I mentioned. What I'm curious about is how this is going to impact the inflow of new players. I assume the main driver of new players to the game is people picking it up when it's discounted on Steam. And in the past, it's gone up to 75% off, which was previously $5 US, whereas a similar discount during a Christmas sale would put it now close to $10. I assume the vast majority of potential AoE2 players in the world have probably already picked it up, as it's a healthy established game at this point, though it's conceivable the occasional $5 sale price tag would make someone more likely to check it out or be talked into trying it more easily than with the higher baseline price now. But that's obviously a trade-off Microsoft thinks is going to be worth it. At the same time, for someone getting into the game who wants to own the entirety of the content, that's actually cheaper to do now than it would have been previously given the DLC discount that's baked into the price. So in a way, this also caps the upside of what Microsoft is getting out of the most hardcore and completionist player by giving them a bit of a deal. What I find most interesting about all of this is how different the approach is compared to AoE3, which is now free to play with some civilization map and campaign limitations unless you pay to unlock them. It seems while AoE3 is going down the frictionless path to start, AoE2 is arguably increasing the barrier to entry slightly for the most casual players. Though obviously AoE2 and AoE3 are in a very different place in terms of player numbers, and maybe it's not that odd they're approaching this in opposite ways. So that's what's going on if you were a little confused about having a bunch of new DLCs unlocked or saw the pop-up about this in-game. Also, as I mentioned, the Battle for Greece DLC is officially playable as of today, though is obviously not included in the set of free DLCs bundled into the game. That'll do it for this quick update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.